one really important thing to share with you at the end of this video. So how do worried entrepreneurs keep their business in a crisis? Business owners are worried about the crisis. However, it's their reaction to this crisis that will determine whether they succeed or fail. There are some solutions and things you can do right now to make sure that your business has the best chance to survive. Now, there's one thing that I think is really important that I'm going to save to the end because I want to leave you with this important information that really will take down a lot of businesses over the coming months. My name is Rosh and I teach the combination code, and our goal is to help you find your winning business combination. And quite often during times like this, we have to change up our combination in order to succeed. One of the first things you need to do during a time like this is develop a good communication strategy. A strategy with your current clients and your new prospects. And it may be totally different than the way you did it before. And there's one thing you probably shouldn't do right now as part of your marketing and communication plan, because honestly, it's not as effective and people are just kind of glossing over it. But right now, you can spend some time on the phone. Give people a personal phone call. Let people know that you care, especially your best customers. The other thing you can do is set up Zoom meetings or even webinars to connect with people who may be interested in what you offer, or just to collaborate, or even just to connect and have a social hour. In other words, people right now really do need other people, and if you can be a focal point, you'll be someone they remember once they're out in the world again. Now, that one thing other than general communication that I think you should avoid is email. Email is still a really effective marketing platform, but too many businesses are sending out generic crisis emails. Don't do that. Use email as a strategic way to communicate or follow up, especially follow up with people you have communication with right now that maybe you're still working on projects with. But don't use email as a marketing tool in a generic way right now. It could actually, I think, in my opinion, hurt your business. This is a good time to start thinking about your processes. We have a combination in our combination code. It's 7531, and 3 is all about processes. And if you can improve your processes, your sales process, look at the processes you use that may not be effective now. Again, everything has changed. Sometimes I often recommend to people who use software as part of their business, as part of their process, to look at what they've been using and maybe see if there's an update or a better, maybe more innovative service now that can improve their processes. So if you've been using software for over a year, 18 months, 2 years, start to look at new solutions, because software development is such a high-paced activity. A lot of new innovative companies are coming out and are actually tailoring to the crisis of today and the coming months. And so there are better ways now than there were just a few months ago, and especially a year ago. So re-examine your sales process, re-examine your follow-up process, re-examine your process for hiring, re-examine your process for engaging with your current clients, re-examine your R&D. How are you developing new ideas? Take a look at what the competition is doing. Maybe you can get some inspiration. There are a lot of people coming up with very interesting ideas right now, and you should be one of those leaders. Another thing I often recommend as part of the combination code is to develop multiple sources of income. And believe me, because I have multiple sources of income for my business has actually been growing over the last 3 to 4 weeks. Now that may ebb off as the recession gets into high gear. That very well could be the case, so I'm preparing for that too. But having multiple sources of income can be very valuable to keep your business going. Some sources thrive at certain times and other sources thrive at other times. Some thrive during a booming economy and some thrive during a recession, or at least or less more recession proof. So you need to consider different ways in which you can bring income into your business. This is a good time to start exploring those other ways that are related to your core, to what you do. but be innovative and think of new ways to improve your products, maybe develop new features, maybe some products that support your core product. There are a number of ways you can go about it. Think of the extremes. Think of all the different ways that you could make your product better, and sometimes that will help you develop new products that can support your business. A lot of times during crisis, business owners actually put their head in the sand and they don't do anything. Look, this is a great time to actually build your business because marketing is a lot cheaper than it was just a few months ago. Advertising is a lot cheaper. And if you have some money to put into marketing and advertising to get the word out about your business, you have a better chance of surviving as we work our way out of the crisis. So, look at marketing and advertising, and if you don't have any money to put in, consider the extra time you may have and actually get involved in social media. Now, stay away from the cesspools, especially on Facebook and even Twitter. Stay away from that. Don't get into the arguments. Be proactive, be a leader within social media, and that will be of much more benefit when you get out of this crisis and your business starts to grow once again. The number one thing that will take a business down during this crisis is fear. You can't be fearful, and there's one thing you can do to help alleviate the fear during times like this, and that is developing a plan. Plan out how you're going to get out of this crisis. And one of those plans can be a marketing plan, and that's what I talk about in the next video. Check it out.